Throughout Roblox, there's been many communities that come and go, but one in specific, also known as the Roblox Myth community, was super popular and absolutely loved by everyone. And there was one certain Roblox myth that would stand out from the rest, and he was loved by everyone. People made fan art of him, he was loved by everyone in the community, and he had so much respect. Until one day, the person who created this certain Roblox myth turned out to be a horrible person. And because of this one person, the entire Roblox myth community got completely deserted. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the rise and fall of Chuck Lloyd. But hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. So this is a topic that a lot of people have been wanting me to cover, so today we're going to be talking about Chuck Lloyd. And first things first, before we dive into it, I'd appreciate if everybody could subscribe and like. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, and I'm not gonna lie, we're getting pretty close. And also my mission right now with this YouTube channel is to hopefully one day revive the Myth community, so if you want to join the journey, just subscribe. And also, I'm sorry if the audio sounds a little bit trash. I'm literally recording this on a cruise. Like, if you don't believe me, well, here's a picture. So yeah, I mean, I guess that shows the dedication, alright? Either way, there's a reason why I clicked on this video, and it's about Chuck Lloyd, so let's dive right into it. So if you don't know, Chuck Lloyd is a Roblox myth that was associated with another huge Roblox myth known as Shadelight, and this was supposed to be the biggest myth of all time, until unfortunately the owner got exposed for doing bad things, and that's why Shadelight isn't really that known anymore. No one has been able to solve it because the myth closed. So the Chuck Lloyd Roblox account joined Roblox on June 22nd of 2016, but then he actually became famous when he uploaded his game called Lloyd Residence, which was uploaded on November 23rd of 2017. And there was one man responsible for the blow up of Chuck Lloyd, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows him, but it's Flamingo. Flamingo made a lot of videos talking about Chuck Lloyd, and those videos went crazy viral, something getting like 20 million views. Now the first video Flamingo made was uploaded on May 29th of 2018, and his video was called Roblox's Scary Mysteries, and in this video, this is where he talks about Chuck Lloyd, and it seems like the audience loved it so much, so he decided to do a deep investigation on who is Chuck Lloyd and how does everything come apart. Now before we talk about like the lore and history of Chuck Lloyd, I need to start off with a quick disclaimer. Do not support this myth whatsoever, and I'll tell you exactly why right now. So the person who created Chuck Lloyd is someone known as Kazdam, and this guy was huge on Roblox. I mean, look at this, like 200,000 followers on Roblox. Everyone knew this guy, and he was responsible for making so many Roblox myths like Jenny_Feelings, Chuck Lloyd, and Shadelight. But then a few years ago on Twitter, somebody made a document exposing Kazdam. Now I'm not really gonna say too much about it, but let's just say he's a mini fave. And I mean, here's a screenshot of what happened. I'm not gonna read it out, you guys can read it out for yourself. But yeah, this should be more than enough information for you to be like, yeah, I don't want to support this guy. And it really sucks because Kazdam is the reason why the Roblox Myth community was so prominent, but he's also the reason why the entire thing got disbanded and fell into irrelevancy because of his actions. And I'm not gonna lie, when this happened, this was a horrible time for everyone, because for me specifically, the Roblox Myth community was like the best community because everyone was working together to try and solve the mysteries. And I mean, I hope one day in the future, you know, maybe with the help of my videos, we can try and make Roblox myths become more popular, and eventually we could revive the whole thing. But I know it's going to take a long time, but I'm down to do it, you know. I got all the time in the world, so might as well do it. Either way, let's get back to the topic of Chuck Lloyd. So first, let's talk about himself as a person. So Chuck Lloyd was reportedly a war veteran who fought in World War II. He was lucky enough to survive the war, so he went back home and he had a wife named Sandra Lloyd, and he also had a daughter named Loyan. Now there were some rumors that Chuck Lloyd was abusing her or whatnot, but we don't really know too much. But one time Loyan did state that she was stabbed and kicked down the stairs and locked in a basement by Chuck Lloyd, her father. Now when Chuck Lloyd came back from the war, his wife unfortunately died, and according to the story, she died while trying to protect her daughter Loyan from someone, and the person attacked her with a hatchet, and some people think that it was Chuck Lloyd who was trying to kill the daughter, and then his wife got in the way. But we don't really know for sure, because I mean, the myth ended, right? Now Chuck Lloyd tries his best to live a normal life. So according to his game, The Lloyd's Residence, he lives all by himself in a weird creepy house. But the thing about this house is that it was built on top of a temple, and that temple is known as Shadelight, and the temple is supposed to be the origin of the Shadelight myth. But something weird happens to Chuck Lloyd during the night, so every time when he goes to sleep, he lives in a never-ending repeating loop of the day when he died. So yeah, that's right, Chuck Lloyd is supposed to be dead, but for some reason in this myth, he's alive walking around during the daytime, but during nighttime he's reliving the day where he died. And I mean, that keeps him up. He has a lot of nightmares, and also weird entities stalk him during the night, like these weird shadow things, as you can see right here on the screen. Now one weird key detail about Chuck Lloyd is that if you go to the attic in his house, there's a coffin, and inside this coffin is the dead body of his wife, Sandra Lloyd. And during one part of the game, she's able to possess the scarecrow out in the front yard, which is why Chuck Lloyd stated that he has nightmares and he doesn't like the scarecrow in his front yard. So that's that's really everything we know about Chuck Lloyd until the myth ended. Now let's talk about Shadelight, which is literally in his basement. And Shadelight is supposed to be a portal, and there's 5 statues in Chuck Lloyd's basement, and if you go to each statue, you have to say a certain phrase in the Roblox chat, and that will unlock a key. And you need 5 keys in order to unlock the portal. And right before the entire Shadelight myth ended, the myth community was able to find 2 keys, and they needed 3 more in order to unlock the portal. But unfortunately, due to a certain somebody, we'll never find out what happens. Now in the Flamingo videos, he will do a lot of investigations with the real Chuck Lloyd. So he'll go inside the basement with Chuck Lloyd, he will sleep over at his house for the night, and you will see Chuck Lloyd experiencing paranormal activities and whatnot. And thanks to Flamingo, we were able to find the first key, which was a certain phrase. And this video right here called Roblox Shadelight by Flamingo is the last video he ever made about Chuck Lloyd. Because right after that video dropped, that's when Chuck Lloyd got exposed and Kazdam became blacklisted from the entire community. Now in this story, there was another person by the name of Goldie, and he was assumed to be like the leader of Shadelight, and he was using Chuck Lloyd to find all the keys so that he can unlock the portal himself. Now there's a very brief description about this Goldie person, but unfortunately because the myth ended, we don't know too much about him. But what we do know is that he has a very big ego. He thinks he's on top of the world or something like that. So he was using Chuck Lloyd to find the keys, and he wanted to take over the portal himself, which is why Chuck Lloyd and Flamingo both agree that like they don't really like this Goldie guy. But in the final video that Flamingo uploaded about Chuck Lloyd, Goldie was in that video. And also to point out, Goldie is also Kazdam. So yeah, Goldie is also kind of a, not a good person you should support. Now some of you out there might be thinking to yourselves, well, what if I just used hacks to get my way into this Shadelight portal? And I'm going to tell you that people have actually tried to do that. Except what would really happen is that when you use the exploits to try and get and open the portal, you will teleport to this game called Shadelight. And it seems like it's the actual Shadelight game, but no, it's just an MP base plate. Because in reality, the actual Shadelight game wasn't even made. And since the myth ended, we'll never know what the actual Shadelight thing is, even with the help of hacks. And honestly, that's everything we know about Chuck Lloyd right now. Now let's talk about the actual Chuck Lloyd Roblox account, because I found something pretty strange. So when I went on his Roblox account, I noticed that he was last online 4 days ago. So Kazdam is still out there on the Roblox platform. And I'm not gonna lie, Roblox needs to ban this account. As much as we love the Chuck Lloyd myth, this account deserves to be banned because I mean the guy's literally a predator. And it's not just Chuck Lloyd that's not banned, Goldie and the actual Kazdam account are still up to this day. So if there's like a Roblox admin watching, just go ahead and ban them. I mean, Kazdam did literally admit to being a predator. And just like that, the entire myth/story of Chuck Lloyd is over. And thanks to Kazdam, we'll never know what happens or what truly is the story. But that's pretty much it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, please consider subscribing and liking. It really helps out with the channel. And once again, I apologize for the trash audio. I'm literally on a cruise, as I already told you. But yeah, if you want me to talk about anything else, just comment them down below. If I choose your idea, I'll give you a shout out 100%. And yeah, that's really it. Hope everyone has a great day, and yeah, peace out.